This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Talladega County Central High School.
Taleaha Jones, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
We're honored to have you today. 16-year-old junior at TC Central. And with her this morning is, of course, Principal Quentin J. Lee. And Mr. Lee, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
You've become a regular on this show. We're glad to have you as always. Taleaha, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 16. I'm a junior at Talladega County Central High School. I am the secretary of my junior class, got elected not too long ago. I attend Jehovah Jireh Ministry, where my father, Bishop Taleaha Jones, is my pastor.
Now, you really kind of transplanted from Florida, right?
Yes, sir. It was a big transformation, actually. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Now, talk about how that happened.
Actually, my dad had a job in Florida, so wherever dads go, that's where we have to go.
There you go.
So it was a big transformation. It was a bigger school, something I had to get used to coming from a small town.
Now, while in Florida, you enrolled in honors classes, and that has continued here in Talladega County. Let's talk about that today.
Well, the honors class, it was my 8th grade year. We did not have honors classes at the time, so it was my mom called me on the phone. It's like, "You taking honors class?" I was like, "What's an honors class?" So we got into it. The curriculum was very harder than what I was used to.
Mr. Lee, you've seen this young lady at school and in other arenas and circles. Talk a little bit about how special this young lady is.
Taleaha is an awesome student. I mean, really, she's a great mentor to the other students. She's somebody that everyone would want their daughter to be like. She's very intelligent. She's very well-mannered. She's got a great support system with her mother and her father. She's just an overall joy. Every time you see her on campus, she's working. She's never in any mess. She's always uplifting others. So I'm very proud to be principal of such an outstanding young lady.
Did you pay him to say all that?
No, sir.
Taleaha, you're involved in a lot of organizations.
Yes,
talk to that today as well.
Well, my main goal is to have a academic scholarship to go to college. Any college that will accept me so I can become the best I can be. So I just thought that if I get into organizations that will make my college application a little more, advanced than others.
I often ask STAR students, for some of us down through the years, and may not have been for Mr. Lee, but it was for me and for others, it was a challenge in school. Does it come natural for you?
At times, we do have ups and downs in our curriculum, but, it's all a part of life.
Speaking of curriculum, talk about some of the studies.
Some of the studies, I am a junior in a senior class, and I take pre-calc and physics. And my teacher is Miss Gwendolyn Hill. And when I tell you she is like a professor, she is like a professor.
When you say that, right?
Yes, sir. But at the end of the day, she's a great teacher.
When you have someone like her,
yes, sir,
that can guide you and prepare you for the future, you're a lot better served for it. That is absolutely for sure. 16-year-old Taleaha Jones, junior at Talladega County Central, our Star Student of the Month. There's so many clubs you're involved in. Name a few of them.
Well, I'm involved in FBLA, Student Leadership Team, YLDP, Focus, and so much more.
Obviously, with your dad being a bishop, you're plugged into church too.
Most definitely.
Talk about your church a little bit.
Well, our church is a home ministry. We plan on growing bigger as the years to come. The name of the church is called Jehovah Jireh Ministries, which came to my father in Florida, actually.
So, pretty much, your faith is a real deal to you.
Yes, sir. My faith is very important to me.
You touched on briefly your dad and your mom. I know they're special too. What about other family members?
My grandparents, Willie died, Carolyn died, and Ruth and Mae Jones. They are my support system for my parents. So I got a whole lot of support behind me.
Quentin Lee, who's a principal at TC, and I've heard that note struck a number of times about how grandparents are really helpful with our kids today. Speak to that this morning.
Well, I mean, even if, for myself, my grandmother was probably one of the leading rocks in my life. So that is a tradition that is common in our area. In our Howard Cove community, we have a lot of parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, deacons, missionaries. The whole community comes together really to support the children in our school. And we've got to get back to having that support structure in place so that our children can be successful.
Now, you, of course, the principal at TC Central. What's the neat about TC?
TC is, we call it our own private school without having to pay the tuition. It's very...
That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, it is. It's very small. The teacher to student ratio is very small. We have 1-to-1 with our Google Chromebook devices. We're a pipeline school, so we've been really increasing the rigor inside of our classrooms to help make our students more proficient. I love it. It's a family atmosphere. I love the students. I know all my students by name.
How long have you been there?
This is my 3rd year as principal, but I was band director there for 6.5 years.
Okay.
So I've been all together over 10 years at Talladega County Central.
You already know it a little bit then, right?
Yes, just a little bit.
Taleaha Jones, who's a 16-year-old junior at Talladega County Central, our star student of the month. Let's talk about your future and where you go from your junior this year and where do you go after high school?
Well, I'm planning on going to one of my 3 colleges, which is SCAD, Savannah Arts and Design College, Stillman, or either Auburn University. I plan on owning my own business in fashion designing.
Fashion design.
Yes, sir.
Wow, way to go. How did you get involved in that?
Well, to be honest, as the owner of my own business, I do not like getting up in the morning at all. So I thought if I become my own business, I can show up whenever I want. And fashion design, I'm very passionate about clothes and how I present, and I just want to help others with that.
Taleaha?
Yes, sir.
I've been a small business owner before. That sounds good about not getting up early, but I got a feeling that may go out the window. But Auburn University, or Stillman College, Savannah College, you got kind of narrowed down. Are there scholarships available there, you think?
Yes, sir. I'm actually in a program which is YLDP, Youth Leader Development Program, and they offer scholarships. So hopefully I can get a scholarship to one of those colleges.
Outside of the people that we've already mentioned this morning that has impacted your life, who would be someone else that you haven't mentioned this morning that's been kind of solid for you and you know, is kind of go-to person outside of the people you've already mentioned today?
Well, my aunt, Roshonda Drummond died. Every time, she lived in Virginia, every time we get on the phone, the number one thing is ACT in college. If you need money, come and let us know. I do not want you to feel like that you can't go to college because you don't have money. Every time, literally, every time she's on the phone, ACT and college are our top subjects.
You know, it's good to have an aunt like that. What do you like to do outside of schoolwork?
Well, actually, outside of schoolwork, I like sewing and design because I want to be a fashion designer.
Okay. Do you? How long have you had this thought that you'd like to become this?
Actually, when I was 10 years old, so it's about 6 years.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Taleaha Jones, a junior at Talladega County Central, 16 years old, and with her, Quentin Lee, the principal at TC. And Quentin, would leave a final moment with you. I know the holidays are upon us, and y'all got some special stuff at TC for the holiday season?
Well, we just want to spend time with our family. One thing I do want to mention is we just had our Commit to Graduate ceremony, where all the students in grades 7 through 12 as a class collectively made pledges to graduate on time with their peers. And we think that's very important for them to make that huge commitment. It was a very big program. We had a lot of our parents out. Our superintendent came, and our speaker was a former Miss Black USA, Miss Clarissa Kenty. So she came and delivered an awesome speech to the students. So we're really holding to our commitment to graduate with the students, and we're going to move forward.
Well, fantastic. Thanks to both of you for being here. Taleaha Jones, who is our Star Student of the Month, 16-year-old junior from Talladega County Central, and with her is Principal Quentin Lee. Thank you both for coming this morning.
Thank you for having me.
We got more Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.
This Star Student of the Month was brought to you by TV 47. Tune in to Daybreak weekdays at 6:30 a.m. for your Star Student of the Month.